Good evening, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio. Y'all know it. The rideshare rock star and the captain of the 2K club. And the realest, the funniest, handsomest, and the bearded-less driver on YouTube. And this is going to be the New Year's recap. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the screenshots that were taken by my group chat members all over the state, and you can see some pretty decent surges, right? And I'm going to go into what happened with me, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go right in. So on Monday, as you guys see there, I made $283 on Uber. So for New Year's. I started at 2. So that was, I only made $283 on the app, and I made $40 in promo money. And I think I did 11 hours that day. Let's check. Oh, 12 hours. Okay. But I spent most of the time in the suburbs. But, here's what happened. I had it was mostly busy for me from like 2 to 5. From 2 to 5 p.m., I was in the city. I was doing trips, right? And then around 5:30 in the afternoon, I was in the middle of this big surge because it was raining really heavily in Chicago at that time. So I was in the middle of this big surge, and I wasn't getting rides, right? Like I wasn't getting rides from a couple miles away, which kind of happens sometimes. I was right in the middle of all this surge, and I was not getting pings. So I reset my phone, I deleted and reinstalled the app, and it was still happening. And then time for the first promo started, right? In Chicago, we had 2 promos. The first one was 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you had 5 trips in that period, you got $20. If you did 10, you got $60. From 6 to 10 p.m., I did 4 Uber rides. 4. From 6 to 10 p.m., my Uber app was on for 3 of those hours, and I had 145 plus trip, and the rest, I completed trips for maybe an hour and a half of that time. The rest of the time, app was on, not getting pings. And then there was the obvious lull period around like 10:30. So I wasn't expecting to get rides after that. I had my app on for like 30 minutes, hoping to get another ride, because there was a second promo period from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. where if you got 7 rides, you got an additional $45. If you did 13 rides, you got $145, right? And I thought for sure, I didn't have much confidence I was going to get that first promo from 6 to 10 p.m., but I was supremely confident I was going to get the second one. So I kept my app off to like 12:15, and that's when I started doing rides after midnight. So I had 1 ride in the hole for the secondary promo. And then I was doing rides till about 1:40 in the northern suburbs, and then I wasn't getting rides anymore. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to eat the miles, I'm going to drive to the city. And the city was surging like crazy. It really was. But I wasn't getting ride requests. So around 3:45, I turned the app off, and I went to go meet up with another driver, and I needed 4 rides for the promo. So from 10 p.m. till 4 a.m., till 3:45, I had the app on for probably 4.5 hours and did 9 rides. I only had Uber on from after 10 p.m., and I only did 9 rides. I just was not getting pings, guys. And now let me show you why that's interesting. This is what the New Year's map looked like after midnight, right? That's when it started to light up a bit, and that was at 12:27. That's when it kind of started to get busy. So that was at 12:27. This was at 12:38. Check out the map getting lit up there. Some decent flat surges. Yeah, look at that down there. Look at that. The $17 flat surge. So we have figured out that $8 is 2x. So 17 is 2 point, it's like 2.1. Yeah, so that's 3.1, sorry. So yeah, we have come, so $8 is a 2x flat surge. Sorry, I'm in a place with a lot of trains. This was at 12.51. Check that surge out, guys. So $24. That's a 4x surge right there. Not bad. I know one of my drivers got a $32 flat surge, so that's a 5x. Is it? Yeah, so 8, 16, 20. No, that's full. 16 is 3x. Yeah, he got a 5x. This was at 12.53. Some big surges out there. And check that out, guys. That was big surges at 12.58. Big surges all over the state, in the suburbs, in the city. Yeah, check that out. Big money. Lots of drivers got paid if they were getting pings. And this was Lyft at 147, 300% prime time. So essentially a 4x surge. All right. So like I said, I came out total with Uber and Lyft for the probably 13 hours I drove that day total. I came out with $360. And if I would have gotten the Uber rides, if I would have gotten all the promo money, I would have made probably between $530 and $550 on New Year's. So I'm a little disappointed because I didn't make all the money I wanted to make. I thought I would have been happy with $400. That was my set amount. That was my goal for that night. Didn't happen, but I could have done considerably better if I was getting rides. I just was not getting the rides. And there were so many different times. So on the 12 hours I was on the app for Uber, honestly, 2.5 of those hours were spent app on, not getting pings on one of the busiest nights of the year. I don't know, and kind of sort of, I drove this morning. Most of my rides this morning were on Uber, and kind of the same thing happened where I was in or around a surge area and was just not getting pings. But Lyft, since the afternoon, since like 12:45, I've been running Lyft and getting most of my pings from there. Lyft and Via, at least. So, yeah, a little disappointed New Year's Eve, but I know a lot of my drivers made some fat money. That asshole Rick, that bald asshole, he made over $600 on New Year's. My buddy Anthony I think he made like $560. A lot of drivers cleared $400, you know, and not all of them drove as much as I did. Some of them started like at 6 or 8 at night and just cleaned up. So I'm happy for the drivers. I made a lot of money. It's New Year's. I'm glad it was a good night. It seems like from what I've seen on other channels, a lot of drivers had a lot of luck. So how did your nights go? What was some of the biggest surges you guys saw, and what was some of the biggest flat surges you saw? I'm a little curious how other markets did on New Year's, because Chicago was great. It really was, if you're getting the rides. I wasn't. But, you know, it's another New Year's in the books. I didn't have any issues at all other than the not getting trips. All my passengers were cool. Yeah, nothing too horrific happened. So I'm going to, like I said, disappointed, but I'm going to go ahead and call this a win. And decent start to the new year. Looking forward to seeing what this year brings with the apps and making money on rideshare. So, yeah. Let me know how you guys did on New Year, total number, or some of the biggest surges you saw. And leave them in the comment section, guys. And, yeah, that's all for now. I'm going to talk to you guys next time. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, and stay classy. And bye-bye.